We don't get a lot of snow in Oklahoma, and when we do get it, we don't get a lot of it. In January 1987, we got more snow than I had ever seen. You can tell we were amazed by it from the amount of pictures my parents took of it. Even though I was 12, only a few months away from being a teenager, just on the verge of being too old to play with my dad, we bundled up and took the sled up the street to the churchyard in search of winter adventure. Somewhere during that afternoon, we got the idea to bury me in the snow. We dug out a trench big enough for me to lay down in. My dad has always cracked me up, so I imagine I was laughing as he packed the snow around me, over me, and left only my face exposed. He was probably singing some ridiculous old song, spoofing Frank Sinatra or a song from a Broadway musical or something. He asked if I felt warm inside all that snow once he finished. As I laid on my back looking up into my father's face, his blue eyes framed by the bright blue winter sky, I remember him giving me a brief lesson on snowstorm survival. Good information, because you never know. Then he decided to go back to the house to get the camera, to capture the moment. He would be right back. He ended up being gone for something like 45 minutes. I laid there, a nose sticking up in the middle of the otherwise empty field of snow, seeing nothing but what was above me, and thinking about how awesome it all was to be buried in the snow. I wondered what was taking him so long, occasionally hoping he hadn't fallen or something, but mostly I just concentrated on staying put, staying warm, not getting worried, and being patient. Eventually, I heard his crunchy steps approaching and his voice brimming over with jubilation. "Rachel, baby," he hollered out, "are you still here?" "Yes, I am." My dad loves to tell this story. To him, the best part is that I remained steadfast in the snow, despite the fact that he had left me lying there for the better part of an hour. His mother called right as he walked in the door to get the camera, and he knew I was warm. These days, I'm in the middle of writing my dissertation, and I spend most all of my days feeling like I'm buried up to my neck in drifts of papers, books, articles, interview transcriptions, emails, thoughts, fears. I'm writing about silent stories, suppressed Oklahoma history, local rhetorics of resistance that no one knows, activist narratives, and the power of recovering them. It gets really heavy sometimes, and it's a struggle to put words on the page, to create the picture I want others to see. My dad is 80 years old now. Sometimes, in all my graduate student anxiety, I worry irrationally that he will die once I'm finished with my degree, like he's waiting to see me grown and able to support myself once and for all. I think maybe this is why the writing has stalled. For me, it's about understanding Oklahoma as a place where I belong, where people like me belong, where everyone gets to write their own stories. I'm working hard to want to stay.